to log on to the meeting. Maybe maximum a minute, and I've gotten the go ahead to begin. I think we are on the dot. So we officially begin today. And again, Assalamu alaikum to everyone and good evening. And welcome to the second and final day of the first Bangladesh Coaching and Mentoring Convention 2025. It was wonderful. Yesterday, we had such a wonderful number of speakers. Everybody had so much to say, so much value to add, and I personally learned a lot. We had pioneers and trailblazers all across, and I'm hoping that we can continue this trend with all your support. And today I hope today is also as wonderful as it was yesterday. We have a wonderful lineup of speakers, and I have the pleasure of introducing everyone one by one. In the meantime, I would like to hear from anybody in the chat box, if you're not able to unmute, that if there's any major takeaways you had from yesterday from among our audience. Maybe just take a moment to write in the chat box. Okay. Nobody seems to be writing anything. Okay, maybe they're waiting to formulate their thoughts after they've experienced today as well. Okay. So without further ado, I'm going to be introducing our first speaker today. And our first speaker today is a superwoman. I like to call her a superwoman. Okay. She is, nobody seems to be writing anything. Okay, maybe they're waiting to formulate their thoughts after they've experienced today as well. শিক্ষা অর্জন করার জন্য বা in the pursuit of knowledge, you are allowed to go all the way to China. I think this is a familiar saying that we've all come across. And Sabnam Appa is our first speaker today, and this is someone who is dedicated to her profession, to learning, to everything she does. I am so impressed by her, and I'm so honored to introduce her today as our first speaker. তো ওনার একটু গুণ আমার গাইতেই হবে, কারণ আসলে আমি ওনাকে দেখি, যখন ওনার ক্রেডেনশিয়ালস যখন দেখি, আই ফিল ওভারওয়েলমড। তো উনি কিন্তু বাংলাদেশের প্রথম ট্রিপল অ্যাক্রেডিটেড কোচ, লিডারশিপ কোচ, এবং ওনার অ্যাক্রেডিটেশন ICF থেকে, EMCC থেকে, এবং ইনস্টিটিউট অফ লিডারশিপ ম্যানেজমেন্ট থেকে। এবং এই ভদ্রমহিলা মোটামুটি, আমি জানি না উনি কোন ডিগ্রি এখনো করেন নাই, এমন অবস্থা বলেন উনি এখন ডক্টরেটও পারসিউ করছেন। তো আমরা কিছুদিন পর ইনশাআল্লাহ ওনাকে ডক্টর সাবনাম মোস্তারি হিসাবে আমরা ওনাকে সম্বোধন করব। So please, without further ado, please welcome our super coach and our superwoman, Sabnam Appa.
You made me pause for some moment, because I never actually used to with lots of word first. So kind of you for this kind introduction, Shaila Appa. I'm just a curious person who actually wish to know something about coaching, and today I would like to take privilege of this platform of honorable guest to share something. It's not like I'm sharing some knowledge, it's sharing some process what actually I followed in coaching session, and hope that it will be useful for all of you. So give me some moments to share my screen. And is it visible to all of you?
Yes, visible.
That's so wonderful. So today I'm gonna share some portion about it. What is coaching? And yesterday evening, we have lots of understanding about individual coaching, team coaching, organization coaching, corporate governance related coaching. Lots of perspective we have witnessed. অ্যান্ড শুনে খুব ভালো লাগবে আপনাদের, আমাদের দেশে এইমাত্র আমরা যদি আমাদের পরিসংখ্যান দেখি, 6 জনের মতো আছেন ক্রেডেনশিয়াল সহ কোচ, এবং প্রায় 15 থেকে 16 জন পার্সন অ্যাট দ্য এন্ড অফ দেয়ার পিসিসি পারসুয়েশন। হয়তো আমরা 1 থেকে 2 বছরের ভিতরে একটা হিউজ নাম্বার অফ পিপলকে দেখব যারা উইথ ক্রেডেনশিয়াল এই কোচিং ইন্ডাস্ট্রিতে আছে। এখনই লাইসেন্স ছাড়াও যারা কোচ আছে, এরকম অনেক গুণী মানুষ আছে, দে অ্যাকচুয়ালি হ্যাভিং দিস স্কিল, আমরা যেটাকে বলছি ইনার কোচিং পাওয়ার। So today I'm gonna show you what is this journey actually about. So is this slide visible to all of you?
Yes, very clearly visible. Thank you.
নর্মালি যখন কোচিং সেশনে আমি বসি তখন দেখা যায়, আগে এটা হতো যে 10 বছর আগে যখন শুরু করেছি, মানুষ মনে করতো যে আমি কোচিং এ কোনো একটা সলিউশন দিয়ে দিব। বাট আমার জার্নিটা ঠিক এরকম, যখন কোনো সেশনে আমি কোচিং করছি বা করাচ্ছি, আমরা থাকি ঠিক প্রেজেন্টে। সো কোচিং ইটস আ প্রেজেন্ট, যিনি থাকেন ক্লায়েন্ট, সেই ক্লায়েন্টের সাথে একটা কোলাবোরেটিভ জার্নি হয় আমাদের শুরু, এবং এই জার্নিটা আমরা বলছি জার্নি টুয়ার্ড ফিউচার। সো আমাদের ক্লায়েন্ট কোনো একটা গোল ফিক্সড করে, সেটা তার প্রতিষ্ঠান রিলেটেড হতে পারে, সেটা তার পার্সোনাল লাইফ রিলেটেড হতে পারে, সেটা তার কর্পোরেট এবং পার্সোনাল লাইফ ব্যালেন্স রিলেটেড হতে পারে, যে কোনো গোল। সো গোল ডেফিনেটলি ফিউচার রিলেটেড। এবং কোচিং এ আমরা যেটা করি, উই অলওয়েজ অ্যাভয়েড দ্য পাস্ট। সো কোচিং ইজ এ জার্নি ফ্রম প্রেজেন্ট টু ফিউচার। এখন পাস্টকে কি আমরা একবারে বাদ দিয়ে দেই? না, আমরা পাস্টকে বার্ডেন হিসেবে আসতে দেই না। As a coach and mentor, we always pay attention that past should be and has to be relationless with our client. এবং যখন আমাদের কাছে কোনো ক্লায়েন্ট আসে, দেখা যায় that person may be male or female, actually coming to us with lots of burden, and the future looks like foggy to them, looks like with a curtain, they cannot identify what's to achieve. So they are looking for clarity, and as a coach, the job for us to assure clarity, what is the future looks like and how they can achieve that future. So what are the challenges we normally face in this journey? Normally, the future is fully uncertain. So since it's an uncertain journey, the coachee and mentee is not always coachable due to the past, due to the hostile environment where they are living, and there are lots of pressures, so they are not ready to take that steps. কেন? অনেক কারণ থাকতে পারে, তার ভিতরে আরেকটা বড় কারণ, উই লাভ টু স্টে ইন কমফোর্ট জোন। এখন এই ক্লায়েন্টকে আমরা কোচ বা মেন্টর হিসেবে কিভাবে যে ফিউচার কানেক্টেড না তার সাথে কানেক্ট করব, এবং পাস্ট থেকে কিভাবে তাকে ডিটাচ রাখবো, এই যে জার্নি, এই জার্নিটা আমাদের বিভিন্ন রকম টুলস, বিভিন্ন রকম মডিউল উই ফলো অ্যাকচুয়ালি। এবং এই গোল হতে পারে ইন্ডিভিজুয়াল এমপ্লয়ি, হতে পারে দ্যাট পারসন হ্যাজ টু অ্যাচিভ সাম টার্গেট, যদি তার অপারেশন লেভেলে হয় তার ফাংশন রিলেটেড হতে পারে, আবার সে ফিউচারে নিজেকে ট্রান্সফর্ম করতে চায়, নিজের কোনো একটা প্রোকাস্টিনেশন, কোনো একটা হ্যাবিচুয়াল রিচুয়াল, কাস্টমস, কোনো কিছু সে বিলিফ সিস্টেম চেঞ্জ করতে চায়। সো এনিথিং, ইটস আ জার্নি। এখন আমরা যারা অ্যাসপায়ারিং কোচেস আছি, আমাদের কাজ কি? আমাদের মূল কাজ ফিউচারটা তার সামনে ক্ল্যারিফাই করা। আগের ছবিটাতে ফিউচারটা foggy ছিল, বাট ইউ ক্যান সি দেয়ার ইজ নো fog here. So as a coach, we have to assure the future has to be stable, specific. there are lots of tool. আমরা অনেকেই হয়তো এখানে স্মার্ট গোল অ্যাচিভ মেথড ফলো করতে পারি, এখানে বিভিন্ন রকম টুলস, কেউ তাদের এনএলপি হয়তো নিয়ে আসতে পারি সেন্সরি অ্যানালিসিসের মাধ্যমে, কেউ এখানে মেটাফরিক্যাল জার্নি আনতে পারে, কেউ সিস্টেমিক কোচিং আনতে পারে, শেয়ার্ড লিডারশিপ মেথড, ইমোশনাল ইন্টেলিজেন্স, সোশ্যাল বা স্পিরিচুয়াল ইন্টেলিজেন্স, দেয়ার পজিটিভ সাইকোলজি, দেয়ার আর লটস অফ মেথড। আপনি যেটাতে পারদর্শী, you can use that and make sure the future is very much visible. আর যে past একটা big burden, as a coach we have to make sure এই pastটা যেন তার কাছে burden না হয়. How to make them detach from that past. So as a coach আমাদের first কাজ to build trust and make sure we are present throughout this journey. We are not judging our client. We are paying attention. We are listening. We are listening all things what they are not sharing. Listening is not only what they are using, their word, their tone. It's beyond that. You can use powerful question. You can use confidentiality. You can use any tools. So as a coach, আমাদের কাজ হচ্ছে প্রেজেন্টের সাথে ফিউচারের একটা স্টেয়ার তৈরি করে দেয়া এবং তার সাথে কানেক্ট করা, যেন ক্লায়েন্ট হ্যাভ কনফিডেন্ট অ্যান্ড এম্পাওয়ার ফিলিং দ্যাট yes, it's discomfort, but let's start this journey. Client may have ego, client may have super ego. We have to make sure how they can be coachable, they can be more curious. যখন সে বেশি কিউরিয়াসিটি থাকবে, that curiosity will ignite passion, যেটা তার ইগোকে কন্ট্রোল করতে হেল্প করবে. And we have to make sure client is having dignity throughout this full process. So all this journey actually we always do. Today I'm sharing with you all, and who are coaches already, they are doing this, who are actually aspiring coaches, wish to be future coach. You can have this journey. You are a HR leader or operation manager, you are the top management in your office, anyone can be coach. Coaching is just a skill, but we have to pay attention, it's not therapy. So আমরা আমাদের ক্লায়েন্টকে পাস্ট থেকে আলাদা করার সময় যেন থেরাপিস্ট মুডে না যায়. Yes, we can change our hat if we have another license, then coaching relation is stop করে আমরা কাউন্সেলিং বা থেরাপিস্ট মুডে যেতে পারি. But we have to pay attention, যখন আমরা আমাদের মাথায় কোচ বা মেন্টর হ্যাট ইউজ করছি, we have to pay attention. আমাদের কাজটাই হচ্ছে ক্লায়েন্টকে প্রেজেন্টে রাখা এবং ফিউচারের দিকে মনোনিবেশ করা. It's not so easy, but it's an worthy journey, but really transformative. In DLeader actually a coaching education, how you can achieve those tools, how you can practice, এবং there are lots of ethical dilemma. আমি একজন ট্রেনার বা আমি একজন একাডেমিশিয়ান, আমি একজন সাইকোলজিস্ট, আমি HR ম্যানেজার বা আমি প্রোডাকশন ম্যানেজার. How we can assure the boundary between all roles? What is the boundary? What is the framework? That's we have to pay attention, and we have to make sure that we are mentioning in our agreement. So আপনাদের ভিতরে ইন ফিউচার যারা পিসিসি বা এসিসি হওয়ার জন্য এক্সামে যাবেন, দেখবেন যে আমাদের এই ধরনের কেসগুলো দিয়েই টেস্ট করা হয়, এবং ইফ ইউ স্কোর আ ভেরি গুড ইউ ক্যান হ্যাভ দ্য লাইসেন্স, and maybe in our next convention we wish or we can celebrate more coaches. So this is the coaching process what actually I prepare for all of you. Now if you have any question throughout this journey or any thoughts that bubbling up in your hearts, please write down in chat box. I will answer throughout our WhatsApp group. I will answer at the end of this session, and definitely we'll connect. So you can write down the question. Now I'm taking privilege to share a little bit about DLeader, though I'm always not a person who loves to promote, but I think some information of DLeader can be useful for all of you if you are looking for coaching education and a platform. So আমরা ৮ পেরিয়ে ৯ এর দিকে শুরু করেছি এবং এই ৮ বছরের যাত্রায় we have learned a lot, and the good news is from October we are starting our first coaching education cohort of ACC and PCC, and we need all of your blessing. If anyone wish to know about this, definitely we can share later. And regularly each month DLeader organize community of practice, so if you join us you can practice coaching, এবং আমরা জানি যারা আমরা আমাদের লাইসেন্স পেতে চাই আমাদের এক বছরে কমপক্ষে 10 থেকে 12 ঘন্টার মেন্টরিং আওয়ার দেখানো বাধ্যতামূলক, so you can get that opportunity throughout our community of practice. DLeader has pool of mentors and supervisors, local and foreign, so you can get this as an opportunity. We have individual, team and organization basis coaching, and in our platform we have multiple coaches. Throughout them you can get coaching. এবং good news, আমাদের হয়তো অনেকেই আমরা কোচিং করি, বাট কারেন্টলি হয়তো আমাদের নিজস্ব ওয়েবসাইট আমরা মেক করার প্ল্যান করছি না, but in future you may have, but present you can join DLeader. DLeader এ কোচদের প্ল্যাটফর্ম আছে যেখানে লাইক উবার অ্যান্ড পাঠাও we share coaching services, so as an independent coach or mentor or facilitator you can enroll at this platform. We can learn, practice together. DLeader has nearly 2000 plus tools, technique, so whenever you will be part of this coaching education you have access throughout our tools, technique, and hope that it will be a sharing session. এছাড়াও আমাদের ডি থেকে আমরা লিডারশিপ অ্যাক্সেলারেশন প্রজেক্ট করি এবং we believe in building Bangladesh, so we have give back project. If any one of you wish to work voluntary or pro bono to develop youth of Bangladesh, you can be part of that project. We have sustainability and ESG project, and very interesting project we have a story movement for sustainability. We wish to raise people's awareness about dignity, human rights, sustainability, because I believe tomorrow I won't be here, but our future generation will live in this world. So I believe if we work together we can create a safe environment for our future generation. And we have recently opened leadership for risks and governance wings, so there are lots of wings you can have. DLeader, it's not Sabnam's platform. DLeader, it's everyone's platform. You can join us. If you wish to know more, we can have another time. Not today. It's a glimpse that we step by step come here. It won't be possible without you, and it won't be more possible to go future and further. So we need all of you, all of your blessing. Thank you so much for allowing me all this time, and thank you for being here. If you have any question, any queries, please write down on chat box, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Sabnam Appa. I mean, for people who are new to coaching, your presentation was important in giving a basic outline on what they can expect if they're interested in pursuing a career as a coach. And also thank you for sharing all the programs that DLeader has lined up. And I'm especially excited to hear that we will be starting coaching education through DLeader. It's wonderful, and I hope we have more and more people who are interested in this, because even if you're not a coach, a career coach, at least learn about the coaching skills. And I think it adds value to everyone's life, be it professionally or be it personally. All right. Please welcome our next speaker. He is Professor Moinuddin Choudhury. And when I was reading his biography, I was a little scared because he is so accomplished. He has done so much. He's been an academic in so many places. মানে যাদেরকে আমরা গুরু বলি, as an emotional intelligence speaker, as a trainer, as a facilitator. তো আমি অল্প করে বলছি, প্রফেসর চৌধুরী, আমি যদি কোনো কিছু বাদ দিয়ে যাই, প্লিজ আমাকে মাফ করে দিন, ক্ষমা প্রার্থনা করছি। So he is the founder, director, and secretary general of AFPHRO. He is also the president of SLSD and the CEO of SLSD School of Emotional Intelligence. He's a very popular academic, as I've already told you, and he's taught at multiple institutions across the country. He's certified as an EI life coach, law of attraction coach. He's also a certified PPA practitioner and an L&D professional. So Professor Choudhury will be taking us through the future of coaching and mentoring in Bangladesh. Please welcome Professor Choudhury.
Thank you. Am I audible? I mean, can you all hear me? This is the first question. Because of technology and other issues, you might be in trouble. So I was briefed twice. Firstly, I was briefed that it'd be a single delivery about the future of coaching in Bangladesh. And again, I think it was rescheduled that it'd be a group discussion. Now I'm going back to the first choice to talk about the future of coaching in Bangladesh. So thank you very much. First of all, I'd like to invite the people behind this arrangement, and especially I must thank Sabnam Mostari for suddenly getting me connected and called me to talk about this arrangement. And this is a wonderful initiative, especially in Bangladesh, for the first time to have so many powerful people in the field of coaching and mentoring. And I slightly observed last evening session. Shaila Appa was doing fantastic as an encore, and everybody was talking about so many important aspects of coaching and mentoring in Bangladesh. So I actually planning to talk about, it's not a story, but really what happened with me when I first started my one-on-one or one-to-one coaching. One of my very well acquainted professionals suddenly knocked me and said, so can you spare a few moments for me? I said, well, time is money, but okay, I can, but leave your message. What do you want to know from me? I thought it was about my particular areas of expertise, either any part of soft skills. Basically, I deal with training, learning, and development in the corporate sector. So I thought he would propose me anything about conducting a session on any particular soft skills. But no, it was something different. He was asking for sort of personal help. He said, I really need your time to buy. So I said, okay, that's good. And would it be over a cup of coffee or lunch? He said, I'm outside Dhaka, so is it possible to have a session with you on Zoom online? I said, that would be fantastic. So at his convenient time, I actually planned that program on Zoom. So the first thing I came to understand, he is a nice guy, a nice personality with, good level of education, and also with some professional credentials like postgraduate diploma in certain fields. But the first question that startled me was about his frustration about being stuck. The first question I asked, I mean, what do you want? What's going on? And he said, um, it's been long time since I started my career, but I am where I am, but my other colleagues moved forward. So what's happening with me? I really want to find out. So you people deal with human resource development. Can you just share some ideas how I can, change my course of direction to go to the next level of success? In fact, in one sentence, if I tell you, he felt stuck. So I'd like to ask people who, I mean, whoever here, I can see almost 40 people join from different sectors and different parts of the country. Do you feel sometimes stuck? Do you feel, well, something is not working with me, something is missing? I need something to work with myself, or you can write in the chat box, yes or no. Yes. Do you feel sometime loss? Yeah? Yes, I can see a lot of people are responding. Yes, right. And I'd like to leave this question as long as I continue with my story. What do you do when you feel stuck? What do you do? Just write in one sentence, whether you seek, suggestion, um, guidelines, or, yes, I can see a lot of people are writing so many things. Take a pause, take a rest. Okay. So this is exactly what happened with Mr. Russell, for example, the pseudonym who sought help from me. Okay. I said, all right. And what happened actually? You tell me, where do you want to go? Uh, he said, what do you mean by where I want to go? I said, I mean, you must have some goals every year. Usually, people should have 3 goals per year to achieve: big bang or short goals. He said, well, I never thought of that. Okay, so tell me, forget about 5 years, after 1 year, where you want to go. So he started making a list. The list was huge. So I had to cut down, putting into different pieces, and said, okay, you cannot achieve all these all on a sudden, but what you can do, you can achieve for the rest of the year. When I met him or had the conversation, you can achieve at least these 2 goals. Think about it, because achieving goal depends on a number of factors. The first thing is your level of determination, blah, blah, blah. And he started choosing his goal. And I said, so what do you need to achieve this goal? And he said, you tell me, because you are the expert. I'm the expert of you know, showing the right path, but you are the expert of yourself. Am I? He said. I said, yes, you are the expert, because you are the pilot of your own plane of your life, and your path, your life. He said, well, now I understand. Now think about it. So after a few seconds or a few minutes, he started writing what he wanted to achieve in his careers, in personal and professional life, and started writing things often. Of course, he was paying me. And after 6 months, he started referring a lot of people, a lot of professionals to me to have one-on-one, one-to-one coaching. First thing first, I'm not a certified that level of coaching. I'm not fully in coaching, but the methodology I use in my training and facilitation is part of coaching. I didn't choose my career as a full-time coach, but of course, from time to time, I use my methodology and it works, and it started working. And it saved a lot of people's lives, and many people could discover the talent, because that is the prime objective of a coach, to spark the hidden potential, the talent in coaches, and they grow with their own confidence. Our job is to show them how they can explore different possible avenues and revenues to reach their goals. Now, I can see a lot of people responding with my question. The first question I said, how many of you feel stuck? I think everybody, almost everybody feels stuck sometimes in life. in their professional and personal life, certainly. And if you talk about the future of coaching in Bangladesh, it's huge. We we had done a wonderful survey from Federation of Bangladesh Human Resource Organization when we're trying to convince government about the private sector's pension scheme. We discovered that almost 95% people actually belong to private sector, right? And with the expansion of different areas of industry, it's a huge number of people who need training, guidance, mentoring, and coaching, and starts exactly right from academic field. People who are involved in academic field in Bangladesh, they understand how students are lost in choosing the right career, right path of their life. I hope all will agree, especially the students and other academicians, because when we teach in the classroom, we do not even show them what future holds for them and what should be the best option for them. So I see a huge opportunity of coaching and mentoring. Number one, there is a huge need increasing day by day, knowledge based or not only professionals, workers, even an electrician or plumber nowadays has to know how to press the attendance button, right? Because everything is becoming digitalized. The second point, I feel the rise of artificial intelligence day by day. So people are becoming restless. We have people of different ages, and we're going to a demographic dividend until 2030. Remember that. So we have a huge number of people with that level of age who do not have that level of technological understanding. And because of that restlessness, they really need one-to-one coaching and mentoring different for different reasons. Employers, most of the employers, I remember when I started my career as a trainer or facilitator, it was very difficult for us to make the employers understand the need for training and development. But now they understand. They understand the well-being of people, their people, and the retention of the talent people, right? They don't want to lose the talent people. So this is another third reason I must talk about. An economy is going to be result driven. It's no more the 9 to 5 attendance, or probably after five chit chat and showing the management spending their time laboriously or probably just showing off their seriousness. It's no more. It's result-driven economy. Even a very small or medium-sized company is looking for people with result-driven efforts, right? And finally, the gig economy, I hope you understand that gig economy is getting bigger day by day, right? Everybody is doing something along with their main occupation or primary job. They're trying to do something. I have a few students calling me. They're doing fantastic in their career. So do you have any opportunity, after 7, after 8, after 5, online or offline, I can do and earn some money. So they need the guideline how they can improve their competence. Because when you say competence, it's not the only skill, it's knowledge, skill, habit to convert with attitude. Now, there are some challenges. I will talk about some challenges, then I will leave my conversation to the host or the anchor. Number one is low level of awareness. People do not understand the powerful impact of coaching and mentoring, right? As I mentioned, my first case when that gentleman knocked me, do you have time, sir, to talk to me? I said, yes, I can, but time is money. Of course, time is money. It means that you have to think as a coach methodically. You have to think the right tool for your mentee or coachee to show him or her the right path. So it doesn't come free, or it cannot be free. People are not aware of this. And the number two reason as challenge comes is financial constraint. Everybody wants to do something, many things in life, but there is a cost involved, right? We're conducting all this. If I ask even Shabnam Apu or Shaila Apu or people who are already have got the credentials as certified international coach, I'm sure they didn't get it free, right? I think I, along with Kazi Bhai and some people, for the first time in Bangladesh, had the certified learning and development certificate, certified L&D professional. I remember that. Well, we discovered some additional values, but we could understand that this credential has some value. It was very costly. We had also done the PPA uh, from Hewlett Packard, and I mean, it also costs a lot of money. So the credential costs a lot of money because that credential taught the right know-how for the people to deal with the right outcome. But most of the time, people forget. People forget that time is money. So it's a very serious second challenge. The third challenge is cultural barriers, right? And very surprised that people are ready to pay probably $1,000 for a white skinned people. I'm sorry to say that, but the reality in Bangladesh is that they hardly think about us, the local experts. I must say, they would rather understand better. Well, they feel stuck. They said, no, no, XYZ will give me more, and I'm ready to pay that. I've seen many people spending millions in different foreign consultants and coaches. And when they come to me, ask, what did you learn? Well, I missed something. I didn't understand the grow model or that model, this model to apply. And then why did you pay? Well, my English was very poor. I could not understand. Of course, we have, let me tell you, that we have 93%, more than 93% beyond B1 CFR level English. Interesting. And with the expansion of artificial intelligence, ChatGPT and other tools, it is going lower and lower day by day. People think they are smarter in English, but they are not, because they have the lack of basic understanding about the use of English. So these cultural barriers to misunderstand the use of coaching and mentoring is a challenge. Last two things I would like to mention: absence of regulation. I'm very happy that there is an alliance of coaching and mentoring people who do that, led by one of the competent resource persons in Bangladesh, Kazibai. And there should be uh, a regulatory body who would help, who would mediate, or probably deal with certain conflicts and disputes. Well, this is what we wanted it from board, probably fixing the fees and the higher limit, the lowest limit, so that both parties, the buyer and the supplier, can understand the importance of the fees and the limit of the fees. Right? And the last thing, we have to build more awareness of return on investment of this particular fee. We have done it for the last 25 years in Bangladesh on training and development. Still, people ask whether L&D comes under expenditure or investment, right? So we have to make people aware of this particular aspect, that coaching and mentoring can benefit you in more holistic way. I mean, it's a magical change that can bring to your life. So I hope other speakers will talk more about the features and the possibilities of mentoring and coaching in life. I'd like to once again thank Sabnam Apu, Shaila Alam Apu, and other people who were behind the scene and making this possible. And thank you so much for inviting me. And I'd like to, you know, invite all of you to ask any questions from your part so that I can deal with it because of the time constraint. Probably we move on, but we can talk on chat. So I wish you all the best and nice to see many people. I'd like to thank and tell you by name Munir Bhai, Munzur Bhai, Kazi Bhai, Afi Apu. So many people are known to me on different channels and connections. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. On behalf of Society for Leadership Skills Development, SLSD, and Federation of Bangladesh Human Resource Organization, FBHRO, we stand by your movement and this initiative and wish you all the best. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Thank you so much, Professor Chaudhary. You touched on some very important points, points that are unspoken in the coaching and mentoring scene when you talked about the challenges of being hired because we're not the right skin color or the fees that we charge, but people would rather pay a certain amount to someone else because of the color of their skin, etc. And they fail to recognize how relevant and relatable we are for the local market. Thank you so much. I believe there's a lot of food for thought in what you have said, and I hope we can carry this dialogue further in future conversations and community of practice. Okay, I hope our next speaker is ready, and he will also be talking about the future of coaching and mentoring in Bangladesh. He is also an academic. He's also a professor. And I see he generates a lot of content on social media. You open Facebook, you open LinkedIn, and I'm always seeing clips of his emotional intelligence speeches, his podcasts. I mean, he's all over the place, and I'm mesmerized by the way he engages his audience. So this gentleman, his name is Professor Arifuz Zaman, and he has a background in finance and strategy. He's a globally trained executive coach, a corporate strategist, and an emotional intelligence expert. And so you will find practically all his content is based around emotional intelligence, which is one of the key skills in coaching. And this is not his only hat. He also wears another hat. He works with Kazi Consultants as partner. And he, as you know, professor, he teaches at several private universities. So as I mentioned, Professor Arifuz Zaman will also be talking to us about the future of coaching and mentoring in Bangladesh. So please take the mic, Professor Arifuz Zaman.
Yes, Shailalam Appa, thanks a lot. আমার কথাটা কি শোনা যাচ্ছে? Can you hear me? Okay. Thanks a lot for very nice introduction. Thanks a lot. And from the last day, you have been doing a fantastic work by hosting the program very nicely and effectively. And Sabnam also the main organizer of this program. And it's a fantastic convention going on. And I believe that this initiative will continue. Let me tell you why this is very important. Especially, I am really feeling overwhelmed to talk in this interesting platform. You know that in today's world, and my work is based on the self-awareness, where we focus more on about ourselves, that how we can actually look at ourselves, like our own purpose, and everybody's life should be different, and we cannot really copy from others' life. We can learn from others' life, but our life has to be very different, and our path should be very different, because many things changes. You know that we have learned that whatever was working for some, maybe for my own brother, maybe after 5 or 10 years down the line, it will not be working for me. So coaching actually comes here very handy, because it can help us to have awareness on our own life, have a reflection on our own life. And here I'll give one or two examples that from my very early days, how I have learned from about the coaching. Uh, when I used to play, this is called a carom board. I don't know what is called in English, but I was a very good carom board player. But I still remember that sometimes I could actually miss the very obvious thing, but a very naive person from the behind or from the surround, he can have a really clear idea what I should do. And that had happened with my life also. When you know that we watch the football, sometimes we feel that how could this player miss this type of shot? Because when we are inside the scene, we sometimes miss the whole picture. We may not have the full clarity. So coaching can help us a lot in this regard. In the context of Bangladesh, we have found that so many people they sometimes feel stuck in their career, the leadership, or when they're managing the team, and the entrepreneurs also they stuck. They really don't know where they can go, and sometimes they read the books written by the foreigners, but really don't know how to do that because they cannot customize the leadership style to their context. Bangladeshi people are really talented, really very intelligent, but there is a bad tendency of us to follow the others people, other lives. So coaching can really help us in this regard, and I feel that if we can have a really great culture of coaching that can transform our country in a huge way, because then we can have the opportunity to create more originals, and Bangladesh can really get the benefit out of it. What I observe, already I have mentioned it, we have a tendency of actually copying others, but and they cannot we cannot do anything with it also because we don't have the guidance. But now as the coaching is now becoming popular, and thanks to DLeader for making it popular in in the context of Bangladesh, and we'll love to provide all sort of our support from our end. And I will end my speech with a one story that you know that when Sachin Tendulkar actually was struggling and his Australian coach saw his end, but later on Tendulkar came back and he won the World Cup and he played for another 6 7 years. And after 5 years, he has admitted that when he was having really bad patch, he wanted to quit cricket, but he got a call from a very famous person, and this guy was Viv Richards. Viv Richards told him that Sachin is still you have lots to play, so please carry on. And you know that Sachin, and he didn't tell that whether you are doing the mistake. He was only there to actually give him the guidance of the courage. And because of this, he came back. And you know that Sachin Tendulkar, I believe that he has given this back to the society by guiding another all-time greatest batsman of all-time greatest batsman, another person, Virat Kohli. And recently, he has shared that when Kohli was having bad patches, at the time, Kohli had made a very special session with Sachin Tendulkar. And from there, Virat got to know actually. And he got to understand by himself when he was actually getting the coaching from Sachin Tendulkar. So this kind of examples are there. So coaching is there to actually make someone from good to great, and Bangladesh actually needs these types of example many more. Still, we are remaining a country of mediocres. So if we really want to grow from shift from this country of mediocre or the mediocrity to a great country of great corporate, great professionals, great entrepreneurs, there is no other alternative. Only the coaching can really help in this regard. So I feel that it has great potential, and we all will be supporting on behalf of Kaji Consultants under the leadership of Kaji M. Ahmed Bhai. We are all ready to actually give all of our support to DLeader. So thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Arif Bhai. That was very insightful, talking about the workforce in Bangladesh and how relevant coaching and mentoring becomes to them. And just to connect with what the previous speaker, Professor Chaudhary, said is a lot of our students don't know what they should be doing or what they should be choosing because they seem to be in survival mode, or rather not in thriving mode. So coaching and mentoring can actually help in achieving our goals and helping people thrive, really doing things with purpose. Having said that, I'd like to invite a very special guest next, and that is Mr. Monzu Chaudhary. He's joining us from the USA. And I'm very happy to see that he has graced us with his time. He is a motivational speaker as well as a life coach, and he works with leaders to explore their strengths and weaknesses so they may grow in their domain. Unfortunately, I could not gather any more information about Mr. Monju Chaudhary, except that he has spent 16 years in Lockheed Martin. And that was extremely thrilling because we all know who Lockheed Martin is. And 16 years there means a wealth of corporate experience. And I look forward to hearing what you have to say to us today. Mr. Munir Chaudhary.
Thank you so much. I wish everybody can hear me. I never had the opportunity to share anything about me with the host, so that's my limitation. But you have done good in the short introduction to talk about me. So I start with telling everybody Shubha Shandha. Good evening, everyone. I want to thank Kaji. Yesterday, he acknowledged my presence and introduced me to this group of wonderful people. And then, thanks to Sabnam Mostari, I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. And then Sabnam invited me to talk today and gave me 7 minutes of time. And I tried to prepare accordingly. So hopefully, I'll be within that time. So in my presentations here in USA, whenever I go in front of a group of people here, I present myself as a Bangladeshi American. I highlight that part, that I'm from Bangladesh, and try to be a role model for people to understand what Bangladesh represents. And I try to do my best to represent in a better way, or in the best possible way I can. I had a long career in the engineering and IT field, especially in the GIS area, or the mapping area for utility company. I worked for many, many years. Before I go into the details of my two passion of promoting awareness about soft skill, and then in the recent past, I have started very much into the life coaching area. Let me share a story. A skinny boy who grew up in the suburb of Dhaka in the 60s dreamed of becoming an engineer. He became an engineer, overcoming a number of odds. And then, after an eventful and challenging 15 years of professional life in Bangladesh, in Norway, and in Dubai, he landed a job with an USA company to come to USA and work here. So on an autumn day, I ended up here in USA with my young family, my two daughters and my wife, and a new journey began. And that's my story. When I came here to work as a consultant in the IT industry or the GIS industry, I realized quickly that my technical skills are at par with my colleagues. What I was lacking or what I was failing or in compared to my colleagues around in the company where I work, the soft skills part, I was not as good as the average people over here. So I made a focus that, I'll have to learn those skills. And Kaktaliyabhabe ba serendipitously, I discovered a club called Toastmaster Club, which allows people to prepare their public speaking persona and to build them as a public speaker, as well as a leader by taking roles in the club. So I joined Toastmaster Club immediately. it definitely opened up a vast knowledge domain for me. I wholeheartedly spent my time with the club. I eventually became president of the club, and I got certified as a competent Toastmasters and competent leader. And then I had to make a move from that company to another company in another state. In fact, I moved to my current location, which is the suburb of DC, to work for one of the very well-known corporation in the world. And when I joined here, my experience with Toastmaster, I could use that because that corporation was looking for someone like me to promote the diversity, equity, and inclusion framework within my group. So I became that guy along with my GIS or mapping core role. I was that ambassador for DEI framework for that group. I was with that group for 17 years. I have done lots of work within that 17 years of time. And then I moved out of the company. And then a year back, I stepped out of my career. I'm now retired because enough of work I have done. I've worked for almost, I was trying to find out how many years I worked. I worked, I think, 40 years already. So I said, enough is enough. This time I need to focus on my passion and my family, definitely. So what I would do, I would share its deck of cards, PowerPoint slides, but I'll not go through each of the slides in detail. I'll just scan through those. And then that will give you some idea about me or what is my passion area or what I talk about. And then I'll finish my talk, hopefully within that 7 minutes. Let me see. Can you guys see my PowerPoint? Thank you. So I present myself as a speaker and life coach, and my major focus is soft skills. And I came up with the slogan, soft skills is for everyone and everywhere. Those skills are not only for being a good professional in my work life, that is useful in my family life, in my communal life, wherever I am dealing with people. And the people is the one thing we are dealing with everywhere. So it's a very good thing to learn because most of the time, I tell it from my experience, I definitely never learned those skills in any of the, educational setting. Nobody told me that be emotionally intelligent or be a good speaker or communicate better or listen better, those type of things. So those are the things I believe is all acquiring as much as you can. And I tell my audience that these are the skills. It's not like you learn it by just joining a seminar or a class or whatever. These are life's journey. You need to continuously keep focusing on that and acquire bits and pieces every now and then to make yourself better continuously. And I'll go through quickly those wheel of life, which coaching thing talks about, but I'll not spend a whole lot of time there. And then I will go to this slide. Every system, we are dealing with systems in our work environment or in our personal life, in the family life. Wherever I am, I'm in a system. I'm in a system, and in that system, there are in the high level three things. I have certain tools and process and knowledge, and then I have people to deal with. Out of this, tools and processes are easy to learn or comparatively easy to learn, but dealing with people is the most complicated or challenging area. So that should be the focus. And there comes the soft skill. And then with our technical skill, when you can combine the soft skill together, we become the most effective person wherever we are. And in this slide, I'll spend a little bit of time. I spent a whole lot of time to come up with an idea that how do I really approach the soft skill acquiring process, or a person who is beginning his journey, how should he look into that? So I came up with this framework. I call it the soft skill framework. And then in this framework, I suggest that everything we do, in fact, all these skills, these are sitting in our brain, our mind. So we'll have to prepare our mind to take those skills or internalize those skills or make them part of me. And for that, the first thing to do is to prepare the mind. And preparing the mind, everybody has a unique way of doing it. The way I do it is I meditate. I meditate every day for 5 minutes to anywhere from 5 minutes to 15 minutes, 20 minutes. That way, I have a control on myself, my inner thoughts, which is a very big part in our soft skill area. And when my mind is prepared, then I focus on being the emotional, intelligent person I need to be. This emotional intelligence, many of you know that this is a recent development in the last 50 or so years. In America, this thing was started. People have started talking about that, and now it is very widely accepted and very widely, appreciated skill. There are lots of books and trainings and seminars and whatnot. So this emotionally intelligent, to be the emotionally intelligent is very important. And then I say that when I'm emotionally intelligent, I need to be better at my communication skill. And in the communication skill area, the listening skill is the most important one. The next I need to be aware of my biases. Still, especially the hidden biases, because some of the bias we don't really feel that or appreciate that we do have the bias, but we have the bias, and that can mislead us at critical moments of decision making in our leadership role. And then avoiding microaggression. That's one other very important thing, very relevant thing from our Bangladeshi audience. I think if I tell that microaggression is nothing but আমরা বাংলায় যেটাকে বলি খোঁচা মেরে কথা বলা, তো এই ব্যাপারটা আমাদের কালচারে আমি যখন দেশে ছিলাম তখন আমি বেশ দেখেছি। তো তো এই মাইক্রো অ্যাগ্রেশনটাকে অ্যাভয়েড করা, এটা স্পেশালি কাজের জায়গায় এটা খুবই ইম্পর্টেন্ট। মানে তারপরে আমরা বিভিন্ন লোক, একটু আগে আমি শুনছিলাম মঈনুদ্দিন বলছিল যে এভরিবডি ইজ ইউনিক। I think Moinuddin or the other speaker, that we are unique individual. We are, everybody has a different set of knowledge, different set of experience, life experience, and then faith, gender, and all those different things comes into play, and we are even more unique in all those different areas. So appreciating this uniqueness of individual and encouraging them to be, or taking them all together in my decision making or in my communication or in my relationship makes everything better. So appreciating those diversity, equity, and inclusion idea is very important. And lastly, then when I can do all these things, I am now ready to lead myself, lead my group, lead my family, wherever I am. So I go through this slide, and I share a few books I like, especially the Power Questions book, and then 7 Habits book, which I started long back reading, and I keep it handy, and this and books. I love books. Reading books gives me anything which I cannot get from social media or reading online. Harvard Business Review is a nice place to go and seek information. I already talked about Toastmasters, uh, and then I talk about forming habits. This habit forming is very important. If we have a good habit, we can use that without thinking, and at the right moment, we can use the right skill. And I tell people, internalize, internalize as much as you can. Make it part of you. Not that you keep a chit sheet and then you look at a certain point and talk to people. That doesn't work. Make it part of you. Be that person with the right set of soft skills, right set of emotional intelligence, and all those things. I don't know how much time I have already taken. Shaila, am I?
I think you still probably have like 30 seconds to a minute to wrap up.
Okay, great. So let me see whether I can quickly wrap up. Um, আমি এবার বাংলায় বলি যে সাত সমুদ্র 13 নদীর পার থেকে আমি সবার সাথে মিলিত হলাম। আমার প্যাশনের জায়গাটার বিষয়ে সবার থেকে আমি অনেক কিছু শিখলাম গতকাল এবং আজকে। I feel so happy and grateful, and I'm hopeful that Bangladesh will, or Bangladeshi youth will definitely do good in this global competition and in all this area of knowledge working area. And then I want to share a couple of things, wisdom, which I feel from my experience I learned. I always say that I pay attention to faith, family, and fellowship of all people. Those are the cornerstone of my life. I listen with empathy. Whenever I'm talking to somebody, I try to listen with empathy. And then whatever I do, I try to love it, love that individual, love that process. And I say, love is all I need to be successful in whatever I do. And bit of constructive feedback I want to give to the organizers and group. I today, in fact, I noticed that a couple of people from other faith joined. So from the diversity and inclusion point of view, I like that. Thank you for joining.
Excuse me, Manjur Bhai. So kind of you, and we really love and appreciate it. So we really wish to have another session with you, and I will get back to you. Is this okay? Yeah,
That is okay. Allow me
thank you.
a few more seconds to conclude. So আমি একটু রবীন্দ্রনাথের একটা কবিতা দুটো লাইন শেয়ার করে আমি শেষ করছি। বলছে, পশ্চিম আজ খুলিয়াছে দ্বার, সেথা হতে সবে আনে উপহার, দেবে আর নেবে, মিলাবে মিলাবে। তো এইটুক বলে আমি শেষ করছি। থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ, and happy coaching and happy mentoring.
Thank you so much, Mujur Bhai. That was very insightful, and we're so happy that you represent Bangladesh in America. There is so much to learn, and I hope we can connect and continue this conversation in the future, because I feel like the conversation is unfinished. And I think my key takeaway from what you've said is about soft skills. You know, I feel like they're transferable. You can take them anywhere, as opposed to so-called hard skills. And it's so relevant wherever we are, wherever we exist. The relevance of soft skills is universal, I feel. If we're dealing with people on a day-to-day basis, I don't think there's any other way to go about it other than inculcating those skills. So thank you so very much. Our next speaker is going to blow you away. And when I say she's going to blow you away, is because she's a transformation coach. And আমরা ট্রান্সফরমেশন কথাটা শুনলে কি মনে হয়? আমাদের কান খাড়া হয়ে যায়, চোখে আমরা দেখি, তারা দেখি, তাই না? একটু আমাদের খুব এক্সাইটেড লাগে যে কি জানি কিসের একটা ট্রান্সফরমেশন জানি হবে। So Afia Parveen Appa is here to talk to us about transformation. And she's going to take you through the magic of transformation. So Afia Appa is in the is a certified IFC LPI trainer, and she's also a Coachville PCC. She also works as a facilitator with Kazi Consultants and as a volunteer mentor, and has a wealth of corporate experience with her HR background. So I'm very excited to hear what Afiapa has to say, because she's a transformation coach, and transformation is a buzzword in the coaching industry, because who doesn't want to be transformed, honestly? So Afiapa, if you'd please take the mic.
Thank you very much, Shalapa. It was a great introduction I have ever had. Thank you so much. So nice of you. I think I am audible. Can you hear me clearly, all of you? Okay. So Assalamu alaikum, and thank you, DLeader, and thank you, Sabnam Appa, for giving me the opportunity to speak today in this platform with so many genius, I would say. I'm a transformation coach that already you came to know, and transformation coaching actually helps you navigate the journey from who you are now to who you aspire to become, connecting the dots with clarity and action. So today I want to share a story that shows the real impact coaching can create, not just in business, but in people's lives. So let me start with a question for you. Have you ever met someone who is real go-getter? Someone who delivers results, meets every target, and is seen as successful, yet struggles to connect with the very people who make those results possible? Have you ever met someone like that? I met such a person, a C-level executive, brilliant at his job, always achieving, always moving forward. But there was a challenge, and that challenge was about people. When I first started working with him, this leader had a reputation, strong performer, but difficult to work with. He was short-tempered. He rarely listened. Conversations were quick, one way, and focused only on work. His team followed his instructions because they had to, but not because they felt connected or inspired. Engagement was low, morale was low, but targets, they were met. So on the surface, everything looked fine. But here's the truth. Leadership is not only about results, it's about relationships. And this leader didn't realize how much his way of being was costing him and his team. When we started coaching, he didn't came to me saying that I need to become more empathetic. No leader says that. He came with a simple question. How can I improve my team's performance even more? That was his starting point, and that's where the journey began. Our coaching sessions were not about giving advice, They were about creating a safe space for him to think deeply, reflect, and discover new possibilities. We explored questions like, what's really happening inside you when things don't go as planned? What does success mean for you beyond numbers? How do you want your team to feel when they work with you? At first, these questions felt strange to him. He was used to action, not reflection. But slowly, something shifted. He began to notice his emotions, the frustration, the pressure, the need to control. He realized that his short temper wasn't strength, it was stress speaking. Week by week, he started experimenting with small changes, pausing, before reacting, asking instead of telling, listening, really listening to his team. And then came the turning point. One day he shared this with me. Afia, something is different. I feel calmer. I'm listening more. And you know what? My team is opening up. They're sharing ideas, they're taking ownership. And that was the moment he realized leadership is not about controlling, it's about connecting. Within weeks, the changes were visible. The energy in his team was different. People were engaged, meetings were not just instructions, that were conversations. And here's the surprising part. His personal shift didn't just impact his team, it impacted his clients too. He started listening to them without judgment. He started understanding their needs better. And as a result, yes, you guessed it, business grew. Not because of a new product, not because of a new strategy, but because he became a better version of himself, a more aware, more human leader. This experience taught me something powerful. At the end of the day, business is about people, people with hopes, ideas, and emotions. When leaders create openness, when they listen without judgment, when they connect as humans first, extraordinary results follow. This is the impact I create through coaching, helping leaders transform themselves so they can transform their teams, their organizations, and their business. So I leave you with this question. What would happen in your organization if your leaders started leading with awareness, empathy, and presence? I believe the impact would be beyond numbers. It would be about growth, growth of people, relationships, and possibilities. And that is why I do what I do. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Afiapa. I mean, um, what can I say? Their story is wonderful, and I love the way all our coaches are telling stories, sharing their experiences through these stories. And it's not just us asking what our leaders would do. What would we do if we listened with empathy, if we gave constructive feedback? How would the people around us thrive as a result of that? I think we can ask ourselves that question as well. Thank you so much, Afiapa. Words of wisdom, nuggets that I'm going to bug you about later on in LinkedIn. Thank you. Okay, so our next speaker is Nafia Nazmi. And she is also an HR professional, a very, very seasoned HR professional, organizational development, talent acquisition, HRIS. And so this is one of the hats that she wears. And the other hat that she wears is she's an executive coach. She is a certified mastery level professional learning facilitator. And Nafia Appa will be talking about how we can use coaching as a ritual to foster growth and connection with those around us. So, Nafia Appa, please, if you join the conversation.
Thank you very much. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, you are up.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. So, good evening, distinguished guests, fellow leaders, and change makers. So, I'm very much happy to be with you guys. And before I start, I would like to congratulate Sabnam Appa to make all of us proud and becoming the pioneer in coaching industry for Bangladesh, and really happy about the initiatives you have taken. So It is an honor to share my thoughts today, and not just an executive coach, but as a believer in the transformative power of human connection. I'm presenting today my thought on the coaching as ritual, which is way beyond than a feedback. Why I chose this topic? Because I'm actually approaching for my PCC. So whomever I am, I had my coaching sessions with my fellow coaches. More or less, all of them have one core problem in their life, which is feedback. It can be professional, it can be personal, it can be official, it can be academic, but whichever sector is there, they are actually not comfortable or giving feedback or receiving feedback, or it is not constructive. So then throughout my coaching path, throughout the time, I have figured out that what if we internalize our coaching techniques, our coaching mindset with feedback, it will actually make easier for all of us. So to give feedback, or at least to talk, at least to cough out what we are actually feeling or we are actually want to say. So our life, no doubt about that, is very competitive. The world only nowadays only celebrates the speed, the scale, the strategy, big words, but we often forget that we are human being, and we need to talk, and we need empathy. We need someone to be listened, and we have to also share ourselves to be a good listener, so that we can share the empathy. Empathy is always, I do believe, and I am pretty sure all of my fellow coaches will believe, that empathy is a two-way process. Only someone will give and they will not receive. Empathy doesn't work. Empathy has to be two-way process. So I'd like to just invite all of us to pause a little bit and reflect on something quieter, deeper, and profoundly powerful, which is coaching can be a ritual not only for the growth but also for the connection through something called feedback. So, bringing light on this discussion. So, why coaching must be a ritual? Let's begin with the truth that coaching is more than feedback, definitely, because whenever we are coaching someone, we are not being judgmental. Feedback can be judgmental. I am saying feedback, there is always some personal thing or judgmental thing or some opinion. But whenever we coach, first we listen. We make ourselves that person who is sitting in front of us, or whom we are listening. So we are transforming us, not the other person. So it whenever we quote someone, the main thing is to make that person feel comfortable. So coaching is way beyond than any feedback or anything. Feedback tell us what we did or what the other person is doing. Coaching asks us who I am, what I am making others to becoming, what other are becoming. So actually, what we are doing for their future, so that they can live their present nicely and with empathy. So if I say in one word, I mean feedback is a mirror, but coaching is a window. So you can for by feedback, you can see, you can judge. Today I did my makeup, so I'm looking pretty. So maybe some other day when I'm just waking up, I am not looking that much pretty. So it can change situation basis. But coaching, every time I can fix my window, every time I can turn open, I can turn it down. So it depends on the situation, it depends on the situation, and also the growth level. So what I can do with my window, I have option. So coaching makes our life much more bigger, much more broader, and nicer as well. So why coaching has to be a ritual? Why I try to put it as a ritual? Because uh, I do believe that religion can be anything. We can follow any religion, we can follow any god, but any ritual is sacred. So whenever we are doing some rituals, our mind is looking for purity. So if coaching becomes a ritual, it shifts from a being a performance tool to a culture shaping force. It becomes embedded in how we listen, how we lead, and how we live. So, uh, with a very good intention, we can shape our culture. It can start with us, but it can actually, someone else can follow. I can be the role model, and people can follow that thing, and I can actually encourage, empower others as well. When coaching becomes a ritual, it shifts from a being uh, and also becomes an embedded in how we listen. So listening skill also increases, so that there is uh, there is a way of empathy automatically opens. So any emotionally intelligent people or any emotionally intelligent organization definitely make this coaching as their ritual or as their heartbeat. So, as a coach for quite a time, I have been seeing this firsthand that when coaching is ritualized, trust deepens, performance rises, and people always flourish, because that time people doesn't do something just to perform. They do something which can make them available for other person, helpful for other person. If you consider a organization, open for the organization, not for just self development or self achievement, not something limited to I. Automatically becomes we or us. That is the thing actually we need in this competitive era. So and we why we need coaching or even any psychological counseling, because we, admit it or not, uh, day by day our level of empathy or social connectivity is decreasing. So if this is the high time, because we as a Bangladeshi, we have certain set of culture, certain set of mindset. It is basically very good, and western culture is also adapting our culture, but nowadays we are becoming so nuclear, so self-centered. Today tomorrow we will be all will be alone if we do not start. It is a right time, it is a high time to start empathizing, start coaching even in our personal life, for any conversation or for any feedback, so that we can be for people. People can come to us, we can go to any people when needed. So growth without connection is lonely. Connection without growth is stagnant. Because if we compare it with our body, that our all of our organ is functioning, but there is no sync, then the body is not functional at all. So we need the connection with our soul. Coaching is that soul. So coaching always work as a bridge between the growth and the connection. It creates the reflection, challenge, and empathy. So whenever I mean, we as a leader, or definitely my fellow coaches are much more experienced than I am. uh, whenever we invite people, we just not ask as a coach that what are you doing. We always ask, who are you becoming step by step. So when leader coaches with presence and curiosity, they just not unlock the potential, they also unlock their purpose in life, purpose as a human being. So I will not take much time. Just to conclude, that if I ask that what would change the coaching if it becomes the ritual, I must say that someone it makes a leader someone who can deepen the humanity, the growth, the connection, and let his or her uh, mm, uh, the follower become the best version of human being. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nafiapa, for presenting such a unique perspective. I hadn't thought about this before, and it's definitely a lot of food for thought as well. Uh, it's interesting how we can use it if we have the coaching skills. We can use it and turn it into a ritual, and where I think I feel the connection with creating good habits. You talk about creating good habits, and rituals become a part of creating those good habits. So of course, it's beneficial to the person. All right, thank you so much for your segment. And we'll move on to our next speaker. So the next speaker to join us today is AKM Monir Hussain. He is currently the Chief Human Resources Officer at Banglacat, and he's also a leadership coach. I have not met Monir Bhai personally. We have not met face to face. I only know of him through LinkedIn, and we're connected through LinkedIn. But I can tell you this much, that he's a superbly resilient individual. And why is he a superbly resilient individual? If you get the chance to visit his LinkedIn profile, you will see that this gentleman has 62 licenses and certifications. How can you do that without resilience? You have to be resilient. And honestly, I was completely floored when I saw 62. So let that number sink in. And which is exactly why it brings us to what Monir Bhai will be talking about today. And he'll be talking about resilience coaching for personal transformation. So please welcome Monir Bhai.
Thank you, Shailaba, for your kind words. And that's part of the life. We need to learn every time to move forward. I think I'm audible, right? Am I audible? Okay. Okay, to structure my presentation, I think it would be wise to share my slides. So I think we are having not much time, so I'll be going very first. So you can see my slides, right? So that's about resilience coaching for transformation. So I would like to draw interest of the audience. I think we have all the very mature and fellow coaches all around, and I have crafted my talk and presentation particularly to attract the audience. And it will be my pleasure that if they can understand the value of resilience and how coaching can connect to help in their transformation. So I'll be talking about my journey into the coaching world, and what is resilience in a very short, brief explanation, and what is resilience coaching and how it works, and some few real life stories to connect the audience. So actually, my coaching journey started back in 2015, almost 10 years back. So as you know that I work for Banglacat in human resources, and I have been working there for 2 decades now. So Banglacat actually, we work with Caterpillar. We represent Caterpillar, and Caterpillar is a company where they see coaching training as part of their investment. So they are doing this for decades and decades, and they have amazing culture of developing people and coaching and all these things. So actually, I was requested by Caterpillar to find a coach for my MD that time, our chief executive of Banglacat, and that gentleman was working with Goldman Sachs, and also he's a graduate from London School of Economics, and he's a very successful person of his own term. So I tried to reach martial goal speed. So that was an amazing experience for me. And it took me months to find him over phone. And finally, I was able to speak to him. So it was an amazing experience when I, asked him for his coaching services for our, chief executive. And he was very excited to learn about Bangladesh. And he said, okay, why not? And he gave me a schedule, which was 6 months onward from that time. So he was so busy. Then he said that I cannot take your time, but if you're interested, but উনি বলছিলেন যে যদি আপনারা ইন্টারেস্টেড হন তাহলে আমার টাইমে আপনাদের স্লট অ্যাডজাস্ট করতে হবে। সো উনি বললেন যে উনি কোন একটা সময় উনি ইন্ডিয়াতে আসবে, ওখানে GM Rao Group is Indian very big giant company. So Mr. GM Rao is the owner of that company. উনি GM Rao কে কোচ করতে আসবেন, ওই সময় উনি বাংলাদেশে একদিনের জন্য উনি আসবেন, and that is the only schedule available in the whole year. So I was very excited to see how busy he was. Then I was, trying to understand his fees and all those things. তো উনি যে ফিসটা আমাকে বললেন, I was just overwhelmed. উনি বললেন যে একদিনের জন্য ওনাকে almost $80,000 ওনাকে পে করতে হবে for a single day. এবং ওনার সাথে ওনার ওয়াইফ আসবে, ওনাকে ফার্স্ট ক্লাস ফ্লাইট, স্যুট ইন হোটেলস, এবং একদিন উনি আসবেন এবং একদিন আগের থেকে উনি আমার এমডির সাথে উনি কানেক্টেড হবেন। সো আমি ওনাকে বললাম যে ইজ ইট 80 or it is 18? উনি আমাকে রিপিট করেছেন ইটস 8080। আমি বললাম যে ওয়াও। সো আমি বললাম যে হোয়াট উইল বি ডুইং, আপনি কি করবেন? উনি বললেন যে লিসেন, আই ডোন্ট টিচ the executives what to do, I just tell them what not to do. And I'll be coming to your office, I'll be staying time with your MD, and I'll see what he does, how he talks to the people who কার সাথে মিশন, all these things, এবং আমি যাওয়ার সময় ওনাকে বলে যাবো আপনি এখন থেকে এই কয়েকটা কাজ আপনি করবেন না। সো দ্যাটস অল। আমি বললাম যে গুড। তো পরে আমি একটু মানে কনফিউজ হয়ে গেলাম, $80,000 ফর এ ডে। উনি আমাকে আবার উনি একটু বুঝতে পারতেছিলেন যে আই ওয়াজ বিট শেকি, তখন উনি আমাকে বললেন যে ওকে ফাইন, আই হ্যাভ অ্যানাদার অপশন। উনি যদি ওই মাসে যদি আমেরিকায় আসতে পারেন, ক্যালিফোর্নিয়াতে আমার বাসায় আই হ্যাভ অ্যারেঞ্জমেন্ট, যদি ওখানে উনি আসেন তাহলে আই উইল বি চার্জিং $26,000। ওয়েল, সো কেন আমি স্টুডেন্ট শেয়ার করছি এটা বোঝার জন্য যে অ্যাকচুয়ালি কোচিং ইজ নট এ সামথিং ইজ ভেরি ইজি, ইজ এ ভেরি সেন্সিটিভ অ্যান্ড ইটস এ সিরিয়াস বিজনেস। যারা সত্যিকার অর্থে কোচিং করতে চায়, যারা কোচিং নিতে চায়, it's really that significant. Otherwise, why this gentleman is charging that much money? And he's that time he was #1 coach in the world, and we normally যারা successful CEOs in Forbes 100 companies, তাদের উনি কোচ করেন। He doesn't coach someone who is not successful. He coaches someone who is very successful, how to make them more successful. So আমার এই স্টোরিটা বলার পিছনে উদ্দেশ্য একটাই ছিল, জাস্ট বোঝানো যে কোচিং কতটা পাওয়ারফুল হতে পারে। সো আনফরচুনেটলি আমরা তাকে হায়ার করতে পারি নাই, সো ইট ওয়াজ নট দ্যাট ফিজিবল। তো এরপরে যেটা হয়েছে, আই ট্রাই টু গেট ইনভলভ ইনটু কোচিং, আই গট হিজ সার্টিফিকেশন, আই গট সার্টিফিকেশন ফ্রম জন ম্যাক্সওয়েল, and I also got certification from Patrick Lencioni, 5 behaviors. So I mean, fortunately or unfortunately, I got all these certification as a first Bangladeshi in the country. And আমি ওনাদের সার্টিফিকেশন করার উদ্দেশ্য হচ্ছে ওনাদের ফ্রেমওয়ার্কটা বোঝা। সো ICF তো একটা কোচিং এর একটা হলিস্টিক একটা ইয়ে দেয়, আর ওনারা যদি লিডারশিপ কোচেস, ওনাদের ফ্রেমটা বোঝা অ্যাকচুয়ালি ওয়াজ মাই মোটিভেশন আর কি। সো অ্যান্ড আই গট to know about martial goals by reading 2 books. আপনারা পড়তে পারেন, What You Got Here Won't Get You There and The Trigger. Amazing books. I've seen people, they just transform their life reading just again What You Got Here Won't Get You There. আপনারা ইয়ে করে দেখেন। So coming to my point, so what is resilience actually? আমরা সবাই বুঝি resilience কি, বাট আমি যে সংক্ষেপে বলি, is basically bouncing back from কোন একটা দুর্ঘটনা, কোন একটা ট্রমা, কোন একটা ট্র্যাজেডি থেকে আপনি থেমে না থেকে কিভাবে আপনি সামনে আগাবেন। In my own career, working in human resources, I got opportunity meeting a lot of people. আমি এই ট্রমা থেকে আমি লোকদেরকে সুইসাইড করতেও দেখেছি, এবং আমি দেখেছি কিভাবে একজন পিওন লেভেলের একটা ছেলে, সে পড়াশোনা করে 10 বছরে কিভাবে সে বার কাউন্সিলের লয়ার হয়ে সে এখন প্র্যাকটিস করছে। সো দিস ইজ ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট। আই মিন আমরা সবাই জানি যে আমাদের সামনে সারপ্রাইজেস আসবে, আমাদের সামনে সারপ্রাইজ আসবে, বাট আমরা জানি না যে আমরা করতে পারবো কিনা, আমরা অ্যাডাপ্ট করতে পারবো। So resilience হচ্ছে একটা capacity to make us adaptable and to bring elasticity and to bring flexibility, and কিভাবে আমরা আমাদের ইমোশনাল যে we have many emotional resilience coaches here, like আমাদের ইমোশনাল রেগুলেশনস, তারপর আমাদের ইমোশনস, এগুলোকে কিভাবে আমরা কানেক্ট করে আমাদের অ্যাওয়ারনেস থেকে আমরা সামনের দিকে এগিয়ে যাবো, জাস্ট কিপ মুভিং অন রাদার জাস্ট স্টাক আপ অ্যান্ড এক জায়গা থেকে যাওয়া আর কি। সো রেজিলিয়েন্স কোচিং এখানে কিভাবে কাজ করে? রেজিলিয়েন্স কোচিং অ্যাকচুয়ালি এই রেজিলিয়েন্স যে ক্যাপাসিটি এটাকে বিল্ড আপ করার জন্য আপনার ক্লায়েন্টকে হেল্প করা আর কি। সো পার্টিকুলারলি এখানে যেটা আমরা কাজ করি সেটা হচ্ছে যে আমরা তাদের অ্যাওয়ারনেস বিল্ড আপ করি through different coaching processes. Then আমরা try to change their mind from fixed mind to growth mindset. ওখান থেকে we try to তাদেরকে মোটিভেট করা, ওকে ফাইন what are the things you want to do, make some priorities, এরপর তাদেরকে ইন্সপায়ার করা to make the shift. So why coaching works? আমরা দেখি যে we have a model here which is transition model that যত চেঞ্জেস আমাদের লাইফে আসছে আমরা জানি যে আমরা একটা স্টেজে we get into denial to resistance, আমরা রাগ হয়ে যাই, আমরা বিরক্ত হয়ে যাই, আমরা স্যাড হয়ে যাই, আমরা ডিপ্রেসড হয়ে যাই এবং উই গো টু দ্য এক্সট্রিম। দেন ওইখান থেকে আমরা ন্যাচারাল জোনে এসে এরপর উই গেট ইনটু দ্য নিউ স্টেট। সো এখানে কোচের এখানে মেইন যে আপনার স্ট্র্যাটেজি সেটা হচ্ছে যে উই নো দ্যাট অল হিউম্যান বিংস অ্যাকচুয়ালি ওয়ার্ক with the ecosystem. Whatever they do, that starts from their thoughts. So as coach, we try to connect with the client to connect with their thoughts. And thought যদি আমি চেঞ্জ করতে পারি, thought থেকে there is the feelings থেকে there are behavior থেকে সেখানে actions. So resilience coaching যেটা হয় যে we do lot of interaction, we make collaboration with the client and we try to connect his thought. আমি একবার যদি thought কে চেঞ্জ করতে পারি, that will connect his feelings, emotion, then it's boom, you just act. So this very scientific. আর এটা কেন কাজ করে? Because there are lot of researches ওখানে we can see that এটা আপনার রেজিলিয়েন্স ক্যাপাসিটি আপনাকে বাড়াবে, দেন আপনার স্ট্রেস কমাবে, দেন যেটা হয় যে আপনার যে কোপিং করার যে অ্যাবিলিটি, এটা কিন্তু কোনো ট্রেড না, ইটস অ্যান অ্যাবিলিটি, উই ক্যান লার্ন দিস অ্যাবিলিটি অ্যান্ড উই ক্যান কোপ উইথ দ্য সিচুয়েশন। এবং দেয়ার আর লটস অফ স্টাডিজ যেখানে দেখায় যে একজন পার্সন সে সেট ব্যাক থেকে কিভাবে সে ফাইট ব্যাক করতে পারে। So it actually works. So we can see some examples. তো আমি কিছু very well known icon নিয়ে আসছি বোঝার জন্য আর কি। লাইক আপনি রোনাল্ডোর যদি ফার্স্ট ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ ম্যাচ আমরা দেখি এবং এখন যদি ওনাকে দেখি, আপনারা দেখবেন যে হি ইজ দ্য সেকেন্ড ফুটবল প্লেয়ার যার দেশ কখনো ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ জিতেনি, কিন্তু হি ইজ ওয়ান অফ দ্য বেস্ট প্লেয়ার ইন দ্য ওয়ার্ল্ড। If you see his 20 years career, you can see that he hired many coaches, resilience coaches, his fitness coaches, and also his sleep coaches as well. So Ronaldo can be a great case study to learn about how resilience coaching works. Then আমি যদি টম ক্রুজকে দেখি, টম ক্রুজের রিসেন্টলি মুভিটার আপনি দেখবেন যে উনি যে স্ট্যান্ড গুলো উনি করেছেন এবং সেগুলো বিহাইন্ড অফ দ্য সিন যদি দেখেন, উনি প্রতিটা জায়গায় দেয়ার ওয়ার কোচেস। উনি স্কাই ডাইভিং করেছে, উনি প্লেনের যে ফাইট সিন গুলো প্রতিটা জায়গায় ওনার কোচেস। এবং হি ইজ ওয়ান অফ দ্য মোস্ট টকড অ্যাবাউট পার্সন যিনি লার্নিং এন্ড ডেভেলপমেন্ট কোচিং উনি খুব সিরিয়াসলি উনি নিয়ে থাকেন। আপনারা যেন অবাক হবেন যে একটা ছেলে যে কখনো কলেজে ওঠেনি, ফ্রম স্কুল থেকে উনি স্টার্টেড ফ্রম দ্য অ্যাক্টিং, সেখান থেকে আজকে এসে জাস্ট সি হোয়াট ইজ ডুইং। হি মেক্স হিজ ওন মুভি, আই মিন হি প্রডিউসেস হিজ ওন মুভি অ্যান্ড হি অ্যাক্টস অ্যান্ড হি জাস্ট রান এ বিজনেস সিস্টেম যেখানে আরো কয়েকশো লোক ওনার সাথে কাজ করে আর কি। অ্যামেজিং এক্সাম্পল। এলন মাস্ককে যদি আমরা দেখি, যদিও রিসেন্ট ট্রাম্প গভর্নমেন্ট এসে হি ওয়াজ ক্রিটিসাইজড, বাট আমরা যদি ওনার রেজিলিয়েন্স ক্যাপাসিটি দেখি, 3টা স্পেসশিপ ক্রাশ করার পরে উনি কিন্তু থামেনি। হি ওয়াজ সাকসেসফুল এট দ্য 4th লঞ্চ। স্টিভ জবসের কথা দেখি যে ওনাকে অ্যাপল থেকে বের করে দেওয়া হয়েছিল, তারপরে হি গট ব্যাক অ্যান্ড হি বিকাম দ্য সিও অফ দ্য কোম্পানি। আমরা যদি আরেকটু দেখি যে আমির খান ওয়াজ হ্যাভিং লটস অফ ফ্লপ মুভিজ, বাট রিসেন্টলি ওনার যে নতুন মুভিটা আসছে সিতারে জামিন পর, দ্যাট ওয়াজ এ ব্লকবাস্টার and he actually he's the producer of that movie. শাহরুখ খানকে যদি দেখি যে তার ছেলে আরিয়ান খান যখন অ্যারেস্টেড হয়েছিল উইথ দ্য ড্রাগ কেসেস, ওই সময় অ্যাকচুয়ালি উনি কিভাবে পুরো জিনিসটাকে সেটেল করে, দ্য ওয়ে হি রেসপন্ডেড, ওয়ে হি অ্যাপ্রোচ, উনি থানায় গিয়ে একটা পুলিশ কনস্টেবলকে বলতেছে যে আমার ছেলের একটা ব্রাইট ফিউচার আছে, আপনারা যদি একটু দেখে রাখেন। জাস্ট দিস আর অ্যাকচুয়ালি দ্য বিহেভিয়ার্স, অ্যাকচুয়ালি কিভাবে রেজিলিয়েন্স হয়ে উনি এভাবে অ্যাক্ট করেছেন। বাংলাদেশে যদি আমরা শাকিব খানকে দেখি, আমি জানি না হাউ ইউ টেক দিস এক্সাম্পল, বাট আমি খুব এক্সাইটেড শাকিব খানের যে লাস্ট কয়েক বছর ছবি দেখে, আর 10 বছর 15 বছর আগের ছবি দেখে, ইউ রিয়েলি সি দ্যাট হাউ দিস পিপল কুড অ্যাকচুয়ালি ট্রান্সফর্ম। মেসির কথা তো না বললেই নয়, যেটা আমরা চোখেই দেখেছি, আপনার ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপে হেরে যাওয়ার পরে বের হয়ে গিয়ে আবার ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপে আসা, তারপরে একটু একটু করে পুরো ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ ম্যাচটাকে জিতা, ট্রফি নিয়ে যাওয়া, অ্যামেজিং এক্সাম। সো লাস্টলি আমি একটা রিসেন্ট এক্সাম্পল দিয়ে শেষ করবো, সেটা হচ্ছে যে আপনার শোভিকা কার্লা, শি ইজ অ্যান ইন্ডিয়ান গার্ল, very bright, very studious, very sporty. At the age of 12, she was diagnosed with a disease which relating to his neuro and her muscle. যে উনি বেড থেকে উঠতে পারবে না, উনি কোনো মুভমেন্ট করতে পারবে না। So actually, her father was an inspiration and was a coach, যেটা আমরা রেজিলিয়েন্স নিয়ে কথা বলছি। তো উনি অ্যাকচুয়ালি তার ফাদারকে ফোর্স করে যে ড্যাড আই ওয়ান্ট টু গো টু দ্য স্কুল। বলছে না তুই কিভাবে স্কুল যাবো, ইউ ক্যানট মুভ, ইউ ক্যানট গেট আউট অফ ইউর বেড। তখন বললো যে না আমাকে হুইল চেয়ার দাও, আমি স্কুলে যাবো। তো উনি হুইল চেয়ার দিয়ে যখন স্কুলে গেল তখন গিয়ে দেখা যায় দের ইজ নো র্যাম্প, উনি ইউনিভার্সিটি ঢুকবে কিভাবে? সো তখন অ্যাকচুয়ালি উনি এটা নিয়ে ভয়েস রেজ করলেন, তাহলে আমার মতো দের আর মেনি স্টুডেন্টস তারা ইউনিভার্সিটিতে তাদের ডিফিকাল্ট। তখন সে যেটা করলেন, ইউনিভার্সিটি রিকোয়েস্ট করার পরে আপনি একটা র্যাম্পের একটা আপনার বাজেট অ্যাপ্রুভ করে একটা র্যাম্প করা হলো আর কি। দেন অ্যাকচুয়ালি ওনার মতো অনেক মেয়েরা যারা বা স্টুডেন্টরা যারা আসতে পারেন স্কুলে বিকজ অফ দি ডিসেবিলিটি, তখন সবাই কিন্তু আপনি মনে করেন যে ওই স্কুলের র্যাম্প র্যাম্প ইয়ে করবে। সো গত 5 বছরে উনি দুবাইতে, শি ইজ বেসড ইন দুবাই, দুবাইতে শি টুক দিস অ্যাজ হার মিশন। এবং দুবাইতে গত 5 বছরে উনি অলমোস্ট 1000 র্যাম্প স্কুলে উনি বিল করেছেন, এবং শি হ্যাজ অ্যান অর্গানাইজেশন নাও অ্যান্ড শি ইজ এক্সপ্লোরিং নিউ স্কুলস, নিউ ফ্যাসিলিটিস, যেখানে আপনার উনার মতো যারা ডিসেবল যারা আছে তারা যেন ইজি অ্যাক্সেস। সো all about what I want to say of the resilience is basically resilience কে যদি আমরা বুঝতে পারি, আমরা যদি রেজিলিয়েন্সের জন্য আমরা যদি কোচের সাপোর্ট নিতে পারি, necessarily we need to hire and professional coaches. It can be my father, it can be my mother, brother, my friend, যে কোনো কেউ আমাকে হেল্প করতে পারে। But what I would say যে not to get disappointed, get the support of the coach. If not, try to understand the coaching, how it works, and just step forward. আমি বাংলাদেশে আমার 18 বছর চলছে, আমি 3টা সুইসাইডাল কেসেস দেখেছি, এবং প্রতিটা কেস ওয়াজ ডিপ্রেশন, ব্যাংক লোনস, লায়াবিলিটিস, লোন হয়ে গেছে, বের হতে পারে নাই, ফ্যামিলি ইস্যুস, এন্ড অল আর আপনারা অবাক হবেন যে বিলো 25, 3 cases. So I was really disappointed. So coaching is not for the peak performance, not for professional development. It's also can be part of our own well-being and fighting and going forward with our life. So that's all from my side. And if you have any question, or we can go for the next speaker, because I think it's too late. And first and lastly, thanks to Sabnam Appa and all the speakers and Shailaba for running this session. And আমি শাবনা আপুর সঙ্গে একটা কথা বলে শেষ করছি, and she is also a very resilient woman I have met and seen. আমাদের জুলাই রিভলিউশনের সময় উনি লিঙ্কডইনে she was coming up with some very strong messages about her students, about all this protesting the government. So আমি আপাকে একটা মেসেজ করেছিলাম যে আপা আপনি এভাবে লিখছেন, so you know what's happening all around. আপা কিন্তু বলছে নো, আমি এটা লিখবো, these are my students, I have to speak up. So that really amazed me. So my salute for you, Appa, and thank you very much, and wish you all the best for your journey.
Thank you very much, Munir ভাই। আমার একটা প্রশ্ন, আপনার এতগুলো সার্টিফিকেশন, আপনার দিনে কি 24 ঘন্টা নাকি 24 ঘন্টার বেশি? এটা একটা প্লিজ উত্তর দেন। নিশ্চয়ই 24 ঘন্টার বেশি।
আচ্ছা, এটা আমি একটু বলি, এটা আমি একটু বলে শেষ করছি এই জন্য যে আসলে আমি যে ইন্ডাস্ট্রিতে কাজ করি, হ্যাঁ, সো like I joined the company when there were 200 employees and now there are 1000 employees. আমি যে জয়েন করেছিলাম there was only one company, now we have 16 operating companies. এবং all these days, গত 10-15 বছর, there are lots of change management. হ্যাঁ, আপনার এই জিনিসটা প্রবলেম হয়েছে ওখানে, তো আমার উপরে ধরেন অনেক সময় লোক ছাঁটাই করার যে ইয়ে থাকে না, এইটা কাজ করতে গেলে লেট পিপল লে অফ, তো আমি এটা করতে চেতাম না আর কি। হ্যাঁ, সো আমি ট্রাই করতাম যে ওদেরকে গ্রো করে ওদেরকে অন্য জায়গায় ট্রান্সফার করে। So I always, wanted to know new things, how to do that, how to, convince my supervisors, how to make them understand that letting go people is not the end. So এই জায়গাটার জন্য actually from my curiosity actually I get into this. এবং নাও আই ফিল দ্যাট ইট রিয়েলি ওয়ার্কস। এবং যেটা আমি স্ট্রংলি বলতে চাই যে আমাদের যেটা আমি কালকে বলেছিলাম যে আমি এই মুহূর্তে একজন সিও কে কোচ করছি ইন অ্যানাদার অর্গানাইজেশন। উনি প্রায় পাগল অবস্থা, ওনার বিজনেস উনি টিকিয়ে রাখতে পারছেন। হ্যাঁ, এবং হি ইজ গেটিং মাই কোচিং আলহামদুলিল্লাহ। এবং সে বলতেছে আমাকে বলেন আর কি করতে হবে। ইন্টারেস্টিংলি ওনার কয়েকজন সিওকে আমি কোচিং করি, দে আর ভেরি রিলাক্টেন্ট, ভেরি শেকি, নট ইন্টারেস্টেড। সো আমি এটা কেন বলতে যাচ্ছি, দেখেন মানে কোচিং এর ইয়েটা কিন্তু যারা বুঝার তারা কিন্তু বুঝতে পারছে, যারা বুঝতে পারছে না তাদেরকে শুধু বুঝাতে হবে। আর একবার যদি আপনি বুঝাতে পারেন, দ্যাটস গোনা হেল্প দ্য হোল কান্ট্রি। মানে আপা যে মিশনের একজন পার্ট হচ্ছেন আর কি। সো সেই প্রসেসে আমার আসলে ওই বলতে পারেন যে শিখতে গিয়ে সো এটা জন্য আই হ্যাভ টু পে মাই প্রাইস। আমার ওয়ার্ক লাইফ ব্যালেন্স প্রবলেম হয়েছে বা হয়েছে, বাট অ্যাট এন্ড অফ দ্য ডে যেটা আমরা বুঝতে পেরেছি, যেটা আইসিএফ এর মডেলে যেটা বলা হয় যে ইউর লার্নিং ইজ কানেক্টেড টু ইউর গ্রো। এবং আমি সবাইকে অ্যাডভাইস করি যে আপনারা লার্ন করেন, আপনারা যদি কোথাও স্টার্ট আপ থাকেন, স্টার্ট উইথ লার্নিং। কোচিং যেখানে হেল্প করে আর কি। থ্যাংক ইউ আপা।
Thank you very much for tying everything together. এখন আমিও inspired হচ্ছি, আমি আপনাকে আপনার দরজায় আমি knock করব about resilience and everything. Okay, thank you so much for your story and all the examples you shared. They were very inspirational. And our next speaker is Mohammad Humayun Rahman. And in this age of technology and AI, which is the fourth industrial revolution, and we are not far from it. Look at us. We're holding a convention online. We're using AI tools. Technology is part of our DNA, literally, right now. And so when we talk about technology, how about we also understand how to use it more effectively? And this is where Mr. Humayun Rahman is going to be talking to us about. So his organization, we'll be talking about tech leadership. And his organization, which is AIMIT, that is Animate Life Interactive Media Institute, is also a strategic partner with DLeader. So please welcome Mr. Humayun Rahman, and looking forward to hearing what he has to say.
Assalamu alaikum and very good evening to everyone. It is truly an honor to be here at the first Bangladesh Coaching and Mentoring Convention 2025 among such inspiring coaches, mentors, and leaders who are shaping the future of our nation. I would like to thank the organizer, DLeader, for bringing us all together under one roof to share knowledge, wisdom, and vision. As a tech person, my journey was always been about bridging the gap between human potential and technological transformation. We live in a world where artificial intelligence is no longer the future. It is our present reality. From healthcare to education, from business to leadership, AI is influencing the way we think, work, and live, even how we dream about the future, actually. But there is the most important point I want to share. Technology alone cannot change the society. People do. Coaching and mentoring play a vital role to guide individuals and organizations to use technology with purpose, ethics, and empathy. ICF recently also encouraged coaches and mentors to use or take the advantage of AI, but they also provide some guidance how to use. But the point is, AI can process data, but it cannot replace human value, creativity, and emotional intelligence. In Bangladesh, we have immense potential. With the right blend of leadership, coaching, and innovation, we can not only adopt global trends, but also create our own impact on the world stage. My vision is to see Bangladesh where technology empowers every professional, every entrepreneur, and every student to achieve their highest potential, guided by mentors and coaches like the distinguished individuals here today. As we move forward, let us remember AI actually can accelerate growth, but only human leadership can give it direction. If we combine the power of technology with the wisdom of mentorship, we can truly build a smart, strong, and more compassionate Bangladesh. Thank you once again for this wonderful opportunity. I like to forward learning from all of you and to contributing to our shared journey of leadership and transformation. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Human Rahman. Actually, I wish to take some moments to share that this program all sort of support we got from MIT and all sort of tech support, AI support, DLeader we are receiving, and this program wouldn't be possible without you and your team. So thank you so much for this long-term support and collaboration. Hope that you'll support in future as always. And DLeader launch AI-based support and coaching, and we receive this full cooperation from Human Rahman. So thank you so much for your support. And now I would like to invite our one person who is very important for this session. From yesterday to till now, we are depending on her voice, and she used her voice not only to anchoring, she's an amazing coach. Can you guess? Can anyone guess? And write down on chat. Whom I'm actually talking about. She's none other than Shaila Alamappa. Shaila Alamappa once, when I met with her 3 years earlier on a journey, I was amazed to witness her communication skill, and she is an expert marketeer in Bangladesh. She had her graduation from IBA and worked for 10 years plus time in marketing and communication process. And throughout this journey, she not only solved professional puzzles or dilemmas, she helped lots of people to overcome their personal and professional work-life balance. And when she found that she has caliber to support people to develop their inner potential, she chose this profession as a life coach. And working in our country, working with local and foreign people to develop each day. And we are proud that she is an esteemed member of DLeader. We have her in our platform as a life coach. It's an honor to have her. And on December, with her leadership, we are gonna organize our first relationship development for parent and children in our country. That's a half surprise for you all. You are gonna see that with her leading, we are actually gonna organize. So I'm inviting Shailapa. Please share your thought with us.
এটাকে বলা হয় হাটে হাড়ি ভাঙা, বুঝছেন? Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction, Shabnam Appa. By the way, Shabnam Appa শেষে যে কথাটা বললেন about the camp that we are planning, it is still in the planning stages. আপনারা সবাই দোয়া করবেন, কারণ আমরা অনেক স্বপ্ন নিয়ে জিনিসটা তৈরি করছি। স্বপ্নটা যেন সফল হয়, কারণ এটা অনেকেই বেনিফিটেড হবে আমরা মনে করি। যাই হোক, আজকে যত মানুষ কথা বললেন, যত গুণী গুণী কোচেস কথা বললেন, আমার কিন্তু আসলে কিছুই বলার নেই। আমি একটা জিনিস প্ল্যান করেছিলাম, আমার কিন্তু প্রেজেন্টেশন রেডি, কিন্তু কথাগুলো অলরেডি বলা হয়ে গিয়েছে। অনেকক্ষণ চিন্তা করলাম যে সবাই যখন কথা বলছে যে আচ্ছা বলিটা কি, তারপরে মনে হলো যে হয়তো নিজের জীবন থেকে কিছু গল্প শেয়ার করলে যদি এটা কারো ইম্প্যাক্ট ফেলে বা কাউকে ফুড ফর থট দেয়, আশা করি সেটা হবে। তো আমি ছোট রাখার চেষ্টা করব, বাংলা ইংরেজি মিলিয়ে বলবো। আহ আপনাদের কোনো প্রশ্ন থাকলে প্লিজ পরে চ্যাট বক্সে দিয়েন বা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ গ্রুপে দিয়েন। আই এম হ্যাপি টু অ্যান্সার এনি কোয়েশ্চেন্স ইউ হ্যাভ। সো কোচিং didn't happen to me on a fine day. It happened to me on a very gray day. It was at the worst point in my life. I was not happy with who I was as a corporate professional. I didn't find joy in what I was working in. I trained as a marketing and communications professional, but I didn't find any joy in what I was doing anymore. It felt purposeless. And I was really losing interest in what I was doing. It was affecting my personal relationships, my relationship with my family, with my friends, to the point that I refused to interact with anyone. I was letting it affect me. I stopped being a functional human being. মানে বিছানা থেকে বের হওয়াটাও একটা কষ্টকর কাজ হয়ে যাচ্ছিল। But once I had crossed that hurdle, I was still not happy. I wanted to move. I wanted to do something. I wanted to do something different. And coaching happened through a guardian angel. A friend of mine saw what I think she may have been depressed just looking at me. So she decided to get me a coach. And she didn't tell me. She dragged me across 2 continents. She landed me in Africa, and she brought a coach from Dubai. And this was a mindset coach. And the next 6 days that I spent with this coach is what made me who I am today. So my experience with that coach was definitely a transformation. I, for one, did not even know the existence of this as a profession. কোচিং যে একটা প্রফেশন, কোচিং দিয়ে যে মানুষ জীবন বদলায় ফেলতে পারে বা এম্পাওয়ার্ড হতে পারে, এই প্রথমবার আমি দেখলাম, এক্সপিরিয়েন্স করলাম। এক্সপিরিয়েন্স আমার জন্য সেটা মানে কি বলবো, ইংরেজিতে it was nothing short. It was a miss, and lives. That was a milestone for me. My need to do something else, to do something different, was a milestone. And that is what made me change. So through those 6 days and 6 sessions that I had with this coach, I realized why I wasn't what I was doing, because I just didn't find any purpose being a marketing and a communication professional. Of course, I had the training. Of course, I have the skills. But I wasn't feeling fulfilled. You know, people seek happiness, they seek peace, and they seek balance. And through that exploration of what would really give me peace and balance, I remember very intuitively telling my coach that I want to live a life of service. And what would that look like, living a life of service? And at that moment, I decided, yes, I want to be a coach. And that is the kind of service I want to be in service to others, because there were many times in my life when I desperately wanted a coach. I didn't know what a coach was. I needed support. I needed help. But I wanted to be that person to provide that support, to provide that help to someone in need. And so I started my coaching journey, and I've been a coach for 5 years now. There have been a lot of ups and downs through this journey. And it is a journey. We've heard from our fantastic speakers today. We've talked about feedback. We've talked about resilience. We've heard about how observation works, how we can create rituals out of coaching, and they're all true. They are all so very true. And I remember in a past conversation with Sabnam, it was a community of practice conversation, where we were talking about who benefits from coaching and who should have coaching skills. Even if you're not going for the certification route or the credentialing route, believe me, coaching skills help an individual at every level in their life, be it communicating with your kids, communicating with your parents, with your friends, with your coworkers, with your boss, with your subordinates. The use of coaching skills are endless. And I'm not saying this because I'm a coach. I'm saying this because I live it on a daily basis. And I feel like all the coaches here also live it on a daily basis. So this is a message for those who are aspiring coaches, for people who are vaguely interested. I hope your interest grows to at least inculcate some coaching skills in your lives and see how it empowers you and see how it affects the people around you, how they thrive as you thrive, because that is what coaching does. That is the magic of coaching. And I don't know if what I'm saying will have any impact on you or will cause you to even reflect in the slightest, but take a moment, sit in a quiet space, think about how you would like to add value to your life. What really motivates you? Find yourself asking yourself coaching questions, even if you're not a coach. But make sure it's a quiet space, because cut out all the noise. That's when your thoughts can settle. And that's when you can really ask yourself those questions and get those answers. So I've tried to keep it short. We're overrun with time. And I'd like to ask Sabnam Appa to please close today's event. And yeah, I hope we all stay connected. And thank you very much. Everybody's input was wonderful. I've loved hearing from everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Appa. It was really great uh, to have you with us, and a real story. A little bit earlier, one of our participants asked that, does everybody coachable? So most people think that people are coachable or not coachable, but I believe that all people are coachable. But it's like the shell. If it's eggshell, it's easy to crack. But if it's a shell of coconut or something else, it's need some other technique. So from our personal life to corporate life, we all have experienced what Shailapa has gone through. We may have other segment, other difficulties, but we all have tough time. We all have met tough people, which very difficult to deal with. We all have some experiences, some ups and downs. This is natural. This will definitely happen. But the question is, are we ready to face it? Are we ready to walk out from this gray area? What we need before that? So coaching and mentoring, one step ahead of therapy and everything. If we have this as a skill, we can give ourselves a breathing space. And we practice it regularly, we can use it for others person. That's we believe we can do it together. And with that motto, we organize this coaching and mentoring convention. This is first little steps, but all of you made so much valuable. All of your moments, all of your comments, all of your insights. It's so much respectful and genuine that made our day, that made us proud that we can do anything. So this is just a dream or a steps toward the stairs of future program. With your support, DLeader will definitely do more, and we believe that you all will be with us. I'm now thanking from my heart MIT team for all of your branding support and digital support. Otherwise, this program wouldn't be possible. And I'm thanking Coaching Alliance Bangladesh and Kaji Bhai to support us from the beginning to till now to groom up the culture of coaching community. I'm thanking all of our coaches and mentors. How powerful your presence. You don't know. you made for these 2 days such an amazing change, such an insightful, thought-provoking. You provoke all of us to think differently. So I'm thanking all of you to share your insights, to share your knowledge. It's actually raising the awareness. Yes, you become a coach, so it's also for us. We can also become a coach. But the question is, how much good, best coach we can become, that will depend on our dedication. I'm thanking all of the participants. You just made this program possible. So you are at the center. Truly, you all are center, because a discussion program for 2 hours long, it's really boring. But each second with your presence, you made it valuable. We feel it. We feel it together. And I'm really wish to thank all of our supportive partner, including everyone. And today I wish to pass message from Daud Hussain why he was the first credential holder of Bangladesh. He earned first ACC from ICF. So I'm thanking him from DLeader to be the first torch bearer. Due to his personal difficulties, he couldn't join us. He joined us yesterday, but suddenly he faced some family issues. He shared his wishes and he wished that he will connect with you all at next program, and please keep him in all of your blessing. I wish to thank a lot to Michelle Thatcher. Michelle, we have a strategic partnership with US Green Chamber of Commerce. For last 5 years, we are organizing programs and learning session, coaching, mentoring program for sustainability leaders in Bangladesh. Michelle, suddenly she need to go for travel emergency. She today just text me. She will share her video, and if she sent her video, I'll share with all of you. And she sent her message that she's truly happy to see the live streaming. She's following us through live, and she shared that she's so happy to see Bangladeshi people are really curious. So she's the friend of Bangladesh, and I hope that we will get her in our next program. I'm also missing one of our partner, Global Climate Place. They are also with us for all this time. And I wish to share that DLeader has a strategic partnership with lots of organizations in Bangladesh. So any one of you, if you wish to work with us in future, just connect with us. We will grow together. We will build our country together. So thank you very much. And lots of people ask me that you wish to know about ACC and PCC credential details and price. I can make sure that the price of these 2 program is definitely less than global program. I can make sure that, and our brochure will reach out to you, and we'll have another program to discuss, because DLeader designed ACC and PCC fully customized. So if you wish to know more, please grab a meeting with us. We will first do the assessment, what tool and what sort of area you have or you can be better, and then we'll design toolkit for you. And one knowledge I can share, we actually follow three methodology, global methodology, like team coaching, systemic team coaching, plus individual coaching, behavioral coaching, all sort of model we are following. So it would be very lovely to have you all. So please reach out to DLeader's website. There are lots of program stories there, and our regular program we always post in our website and pages. Please follow us. and share your wisdom. You are the part of DLeader. You are the part of community. And may I request you all to be the torch bearer of one part. I know you all joined this program. You are posting a lot. May I request you all to share your thought about or to raise awareness by at least one post in social media that how coaching and mentoring is different from the tuition center. Because as a Bangladeshi, we are facing this judgment. People are thinking that tuition center may be same as like coaching and mentoring. So if you share your insight or question or take a little bit time to post that tuition center is tuition center, coaching is totally different. If you just share one post, maybe throughout you, people wish to ask and wish to practice that tuition center and coaching is totally different. So people will pay more attention, and this $1 billion market we can grab because the talent, expertism, wisdom of our country's people use. Now foreign people, foreign coaches are working in Bangladesh. You and we also can do that. We have caliber. We just need to be united. And through this journey, we have united. So why we should pause rather than going further? What you will choose? We need to go further. You can join coaching community, DLeader's coaching community and coaching practice fully free for all of you. But some of the learning program is paid. We try to do some awareness program that's free. And if you wish to take lead, we have built Bangladesh voluntary and pro bono segment. You can support us. If you have any project, if you wish to work for youth, women, marginal people or sustainability, DLeader fully support you with our acceleration program. And if you wish to be coach mentor, we can support coach and mentor. We have currently 10 plus coaches with us. And if these coaches are not working with you or you don't have any chemistry, we can share other courses. Main message is you need to be bloom up. You need to be take care of yourself. You need to be the excellent version of yourself. If you start from now, it will be great. And you can be coach if you feel. You don't need to be anyone to tell you you are a coach. So take that responsibility. Try to work for more people. At least try to share that why we need coaching. If we have coach and mentor, then 80%, more than 80% psychological trauma we can overcome. I'm not saying this is a replacement of psychotherapy. Definitely these all are different. But if we can sort out our thinking process, we can be more empowered. So don't take my message differently. All profession is respectable. All profession is different. But coaching, it's a valuable skill you all can achieve. So you can be an academician, you can contribute more for your student. If you are an HR, you can groom up your company's human resource. If you are a production manager, you can sort out the difficulties. If you are in communication expertism, you can solve conflict or anything. So you can be anyone. Don't wait. Take that steps from now. If you wish to be, we always will be with you. So thank you very much. Thank you so much. And one message I didn't share about Shahriar Bhai's Game Changers. That organization also working very great in our country. Afia Appa also working a lot to transform mindset of C-shoot. You can also go to her. Munir Bhai also working a lot silently, but today you have all have witnessed how powerful coach he is for our country. And we have Kazi Bhai, we have Moin Bhai, Arif Bhai, Ripon Bhai, they have joined. And people like more people we have who haven't joined, like Jishu Bhai, and others people, Kamrul Bhai, they all have caliber, and you all have caliber. We are grateful. So from today, let's commit that we are not competitor. Definitely we have expertise. We can grab more client, we can grab more status, but we will be united and work together. Then it would be easy to break down all stigma and myth like coaching is not tuition center. Coaching is not that much expensive. Rather than it's an investment to transform yourself. Coaching is not for the top level person only. Coaching for anyone. So let's learn together. Have a happy journey. Thank you very much. Our formal session ending here. If I miss anyone to thank, please pardon me. This is our limitation. Maybe I couldn't remember, but DLeader always thankful to all of you. And at the least, I wish to thank from my heart Shaila Appa, because this lady from yesterday, she's talking a lot with her throat pain. I'm really grateful that how much dedication a person can hold, that with lots of difficulties, she's working. And today she tell me she become stalker. I assure her she become Sherlock Holmes. So she is our lady Sherlock Holmes who actually reach out to all of you and connect the dot. So thank you very much. Now the informal session open up. You all can talk, we all can talk, we all can network for upcoming 10 minutes. And this is formal ending. So you all can also free to leave the session. But anyone wish to talk, this is our time. And I wish to take a picture. If it's possible, you can come or you can open your video if possible. I know it's really late night. It's a memento for us. It's a memory. And next year we'll celebrate together. Coaching is a continuous journey. So next year we wish to celebrate how many of you achieve more and walk over your old trauma and achieve your dream and become your excellent self. So on my tree, can we all take the picture? Just allow me some moments. Snaps now. Yay, so good. One last. Some of you closed your eyes, so is it okay? Now I'm taking another picture. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So Sabnam, can I share something?
Yes, this is now informal session. Anyone can talk.
Good. I noticed that your DLeader's office is in Mostari area, and I want to share that area. I grew up in East Rampura, and all my memories are from that area. When I was a child, me and my father used to go there to catch fish.
No more fish there, Manjur Bhai. Trust me, there's no more fish left in Mostari.
I know, that's why I'm sharing that, We used to catch fish there,
The landscape of Dhaka has changed.